Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. Today, AMD has giant deals on their CPUs, Intel has yet another side channel vulnerability, but this time with huge performance losses, and multi-GPUs get a massive performance jump. But first, check out today's sponsor, Drop, formerly known as Massdrop, a group buy website with amazing deals on PC hardware. It's free to sign up, and if you do it today, you'll get $20 off your first Drop-made items, so head to the link in the description below. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, AMD just announced a new promotion that goes through the end of March. Basically, all of AMD's 3rd gen Ryzen CPUs are between $25 and $50 off. Not only that, but if you buy a 3900X, 3800X, or 3700X, you'll get 3 months of Xbox Game Pass for free. Of course, keep in mind that these are suggested retail pricing, so it's not a guarantee. Plus, many retailers have already discounted 3rd gen Ryzen. Still, it's definitely priced well, and with Xbox Game Pass, it's a great time to buy a Ryzen CPU. Check those deals out in the paid links down in the description below. Next up for today, it looks like Intel has yet another side channel vulnerability, but this one has some major implications that make it bigger than just about anything we've seen so far. The vulnerability was found by the same research team that discovered Meltdown and Spectre, and it essentially goes beyond every mitigation that Intel has implemented up until now. This one is called Load Value Injection, or LVI, and it's very similar to Spectre, but instead of looking at leaked data, it actually uses that leak to inject malicious code. What's really bad about this isn't so much the attack itself, which is definitely bad mind you, but according to the register, the mitigation for the attack can result in a performance hit of between 2 and 19 times.
What did you say?
Yes, that's times, not percentage.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Basically, this is a massive hit, and it comes down to the additional x86 code from both the compiler and assembler required to mitigate the vulnerability. Now, with that said, it does appear that this particular vulnerability seems to require some form of local access, though it isn't explicitly stated. That's just a scenario they see. Either way, this does seem to be more of a threat to data centers, as most of these are, but the major concern when it comes to gamers, at least in my mind, is that mitigation. Intel is currently not releasing microcode updates, but it's up in the air as to whether Microsoft may need to. Still, with the push for cloud gaming, these types of mitigations will begin affecting gamers more and more depending on the workloads affected. It's also good to note that so far this has only been shown to work on Intel processors, and it's much easier with SGX enabled, but the team suggested that others may be at risk as well. I'll make sure to update everyone if AMD processors are affected, but from what I've seen, I don't think it'll be a major issue. Just make sure to subscribe to get that update if I have one. Lastly for today, as many of you know, SLI and Crossfire are all but dead in the industry. What was once a huge value for many and a rite of passage for others, multi-GPU rigs have since been relegated to workstations and mining rigs.
Let me hear you say, that ain't right. That ain't right.
We were told that it wasn't necessary with support in DirectX 12 and Vulkan, but the new APIs have been unrelentingly slow at gaining support. Luckily, there are at least some games that support multi-GPUs, and just recently, Unico's hardware tested them out. What's interesting about the new APIs is that you can really mix and match GPUs, even across AMD and Nvidia. For this test, Unico's hardware used an RX 5700 and an RX 5600 XT. Unfortunately, they did have major issues with most games, but they did get Rise of the Tomb Raider and Strange Brigade playing. What's nearly unbelievable are the results. Both 3D Mark Time Spy and Rise of the Tomb Raider got a performance increase of over 70%, and Strange Brigade got a 65% increase. And here's the thing, that's when comparing it to the 5700, so actually using two 5700s should be even better. Of course, it did add a significant amount to the power draw, but that's to be expected. With that said, Unico's hardware did mention some stutter, but that's likely an issue with the developer's lack of support. Then again, that's always been an issue with multi-GPUs, and with so few gamers even interested in the support, it's likely something that will never change. Still, these results really make me wish that it could come back. So while that does it for today, what do you think about multi-GPUs? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.